Hello, I am Jose Fierro. You believe you have a choice. You don't. For decades, Americans have been trapped in a manufactured political war where Republicans versus Democrats is nothing more than a distraction, a well-orchestrated illusion designed to keep the working class divided while the wealthiest elite tighten their grip on power. This isn't about left versus right. It's about the people versus those who control the system. The economy isn't broken, it's rigged. Wages haven't stagnated by accident, it's policy. Corporations don't control the government by chance, it's by design. But how did we get here? Let's expose the game. First, the turning point, when politics became corporate-run, 1970s to the present. For a time, the system worked. The post-WW2 economy thrived under a balanced market system with high progressive taxes, strong labor unions, and corporate regulation, ensuring shared prosperity. Then came the Powell Memorandum, 1971. It was a roadmap for corporate America to take control of politics, government policy, and public opinion. And they did. Union power crushed. In the 1950s, 30% of workers were unionized. Today, it's under 10%, leaving corporations to dictate wages while workers lose bargaining power. The rise of corporate lobbying, think tanks like the Heritage Foundation and AEI lobbied for tax cuts, deregulation, and the dismantling of worker protections. Wage stagnation begins. Before the 1970s, wages grew in step with productivity. After 1973, CEOs got richer, workers got left behind, and both parties allowed it to happen. Second, how both Republicans and Democrats sold out the working class. The Reagan Revolution, 1980s, the beginning of the wealth grab. Ronald Reagan was the perfect tool for corporate elites. Under the banner of small government, he slashed the top income tax rate from 70% to 28%, shifting the tax burden to the middle class. Busted unions, firing 11,000 air traffic controllers, and signaling that worker power would no longer be tolerated. Deregulated Wall Street, setting the stage for predatory banking, corporate consolidation, and financial speculation. Republicans called it trickle-down economics, but nothing trickled down. The Clinton years, 1990s, when Democrats joined the club. Many think Democrats were the alternative to Reaganomics. But Bill Clinton embraced pro-corporate policies that deepened wealth inequality. Deregulated Wall Street, 1999, repealed banking protections that had existed since the Great Depression, leading directly to the 2008 financial collapse. Pushed mass incarceration, 1994 crime bill, disproportionately impacted poor and minority communities, funneling money into private prisons. Signed NAFTA, 1994, accelerated offshoring of jobs, crushing U.S. manufacturing while corporations reaped record profits. The Democratic Party shifted right, becoming Wall Street's second political party. Third, the 2000s present, the illusion of choice, while the rich get richer. The Bush years, tax cuts for billionaires, 2001 to 2009. The Bush tax cuts, 2001-2003, slashed taxes for the top 1%, while deficits soared, ensuring corporate handouts continued. The Obama years, a bailout for the rich, 2009 to 2017. After the 2008 crash, banks got bailed out, ordinary Americans didn't. Wage growth remained stagnant, while Wall Street profits hit record highs. Trump and Biden, more of the same, 2017 to the present. Trump's 2017 tax cuts slashed corporate taxes from 35% to 21%, benefiting billionaires while ballooning the national debt. Biden promised tax reform, but billionaires' wealth soared during the pandemic while the working class got crushed by inflation. At every step, both parties worked for the elite. Fourth, the consequences of a rigged system. What happens when both parties serve the wealthy elite? Widening wealth inequality. The top 1% now controls over 30% of U.S. wealth, up from 10% in 1980. Corporate control over politics. Citizens United, 2010, legalized unlimited corporate donations in elections, ensuring that bipartisan loyalty to billionaires is bought and paid for, stagnant wages and rising costs. Despite record productivity, real wages have barely increased since the 1970s, and through it all, they keep you distracted. Culture wars, manufactured outrage, red versus blue, anything to stop the working class from realizing who the real enemy is. Fifth, how to break free from the illusion. Step 1. Stop seeing politics as red versus blue. The real battle is not left versus right. It's the elite versus the working class. Step 2. Demand economic justice. Tax billionaires and corporations fairly, raise wages, restore labor power, and stop offshoring jobs. Step 3. End corporate influence in politics. Overturn Citizens United. Ban corporate lobbying in elections. Step 4. Build economic solidarity. Stop falling for manufactured culture wars. Unite across party lines to fight economic injustice. Sixth, final thought. The system won't change until we demand it. Both parties have been working for the elite for decades. Until we break free from distractions and demand real economic reform, the cycle will continue. Who really benefits from keeping you distracted? It's time to wake up. It's time to fight back. Follow information-warfare.com to break the illusion.